Unit 16191, NBC check for phone assignment.
Another one coming.
Nah, I'm not taking a nap yet, but I'm gonna at this rate.
Unit 18 Paul 5, code 1.
18 Paul 5.
Unit 15 Sam 11, code 1. 06 Paul 11, code 1.
Paul 11.
Unit 60 Paul 11, code 1.
Oh, you can log him off.
Unit 21 Paul 8, okay. Unit 26 Paul 28, code 1.
48.
Unit 11 Sam 4, code 1.
11. 41 Paul 35.
Unit 15 Paul 91, code 1.
15 Paul 91, that's it.
Unit 27 Paul 38, code 1.
Yes.
Unit 25 Sam 1, code 1.
Sam 1.
Unit 32 Sam 1, code 1. 6 Paul 1, code 1.
Oh.
Unit 32 Paul 4.
Paul 4.
Unit 32 Paul 4, 705 North Reeds Road, 705 North Reeds Road, for suspicious condition. Caller believes the subject tried to open the front door, heard a loud bang. Caller has the door wedged at this time. Callers advise they are not from this area. They're staying at an Airbnb and have locked themselves in the bedroom at this point.
Paul 4, okay.
Okay. Unit 41, Sam 28, code 1. Unit 08, Paul 10, code 1. 3, Paul 5, code 1. Unit 3, Paul 5, code 1. Paul 10, code 1. Unit 08, Paul 3, code 1. Code 1.
5, 2 cars.
Unit 27, Paul 44, code 1.
27 Paul 44. 13 cars.
All central units, okay? 3-2 units, there should be a green BMW X7 in the driveway. Advise that they're staying in one of the cottages that's closest to the roadway. There is another cottage that is further back.
Call for, okay.
So, I was catch this suspect. Yeah, he had the big spotlight. He had looks like he's moving. He's stuck around. Yeah. looks like his second wheel. I don't know. Okay, he's soaking well. Still looks like he's still on the move. I'm just watching if okay, so the helicopter is might still looks like he's quite high up until looks like he's cross a dirt road. Yeah, looks like
Alright, guys, we're gonna get a little closer.
looks like his
Again, we are the
he's still stuck around.
area is in the
Looks like the helicopter is L1 is still stuck
YouTube.
around. Still, he's still he's still
set up a little closer up here.
altitude still high still right now. He's still stuck around. So let's still watching. I hope we can hit this suspect, you know. We have canine dog, canine, FBI, CIA. We have all the assets. That's good. Do I have any questions? And also, please help me out, my channel. Please help me out. Put that like button, subscribe. Put that sub button too. We still, the helicopter is still moving. Just like he's still moving. Still, I'm just. Unfortunate. Okay, see this one. So looks like this helicopter, the L1 is still up. Still, looks like he's jamming up. So he's still jamming. Like he's still stuck around. Looks like he's still fine. He's still stuck around over here. I'm just see if anything suspicious. It's like, yeah. He still, we have, okay, so he's still stuck around. Looks like he's looking. Okay, so I have him. Wait, he's still, man, he's driving fast, man. Huh. Yeah, he's instrumenting. It's going well. It might be cost. More should have it. More should powerful. Okay. So he's still. just looking at if this suspect still on the one. So yes, still on the one. Not long, because the helicopter had that big spotlight. You know, the helicopter has a heat sensor, like a heat sensor on the helicopter. So let's try to find out how we can if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, help me out. Help me appreciate it. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so looks like he's still looking at this.
32 units, your status.
32 Pop 4, okay.
Yeah, 32 Pop 4, okay.
Hey guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a small YouTube channel I have. I need help get it big, and I need help have 11 subs. I need more subs. I need more subscribers, please. Thank you. Wait, what's the helicopter at? He's still. Oh yeah, he's still. Okay. We have any updates, guys? See, we got ready. I know, I see. Enforcement. Oh yeah, looks like he's towed around. Come on. Hit that suspect, guys. Hit that suspect. I hope they can catch this suspect. We need this suspect jail. Oh, you know, this might I'm saying, oh, so he's still. We're still looking at that suspect still. It's like no around.
Do you want to stream professional quality videos? With Wirecast, it's as easy as capture.
15 minutes ago. It has gone quiet. The helicopter has been flying around for what, 20 minutes now or something like that? We don't have an update as to what exactly is going on. What is going on? The 3D shot of the helicopter. I'll put it on for a second. I don't know how elucidating it will be. But helicopter just flying around that area. Oh, that was something on the scanner, but not much.
Let's say his driving.
Andy Incognito thinks the helicopter won't be around much longer with fuel. I don't know how long it can fly for. Bell, #1 tracked helicopter, by the way, worldwide on Flight Radar 24. This is Bell 407.
Looks like the spotlight's on.
Aerospace-technology.com says Bell 407. Hold on. What are they going to say? Aerospace-technology.com says Bell.
Place 117, go ahead.
17 Paul 35. Obviously seeing PSC walking around the house just north of Little. Yeah,
What?
my vehicle.
Copy, assistant state walking around the house just north of Little's.
What? Who's walking around north of Little's? Hold on.
Place 117, go ahead.
17 Paul 35. Obviously seeing PSC walking around the house just north of Little. Yeah, my vehicle.
Copy, assistant state walking around the house just north of Little.
Was that like the officer saying, I'm going to be walking around north of Little's? So, guys, the Little's is right here. That's the Little's. Walking around the house north of Little's. Who's walking around the house? Somebody they know? Or somebody they don't know?
Place 117, go ahead.
17 Paul 35. Obviously seeing PSC walking around the house just north of Little. Yeah, my vehicle.
Copy, assistant state walking around the house just north of Little's.
Assisting somebody walking around? Assisting somebody walking around? Is that what they said? Assisting somebody walking around?
They need to check that out.
Place 117, go ahead.
17 Paul 35. Obviously seeing PSC walking around the house just north of Little.
Oh, I'll be assisting PSP. One of the viewers said PSP. I'll be assisting PSP, Pennsylvania State Police, walking around the house north of Little's. That's what they said.
Yeah, my vehicle.
Copy, assistant state walking around the house just north of Little's.
Yeah, and then he said assisting the state walking around the house north of Little's. So there is Little's tractor dealer, and there's a house there. So I guess they're on foot walking around there. So there's Little's right there. Little's. And then that they're walking around this house, I guess.
Unit 2945, number 9, Maplewood Drive.
Yeah, so that's not them seeing somebody. That's them, walking around there. Officers walking around. There's Little's right there. So this is an ongoing situation. It's been about 2.5 hours since the first report that a heat signature was detected Here is that first report that came out at 1:01 a.m. Here's what it sounded like on the scanner at 1:01 a.m.
Can you both report to 1333 Prizer, 1333 Prizer? We have a male subject on the north side of that wood line. Correction, a heat signature on the north side of the wood line. Going into the woods. We're going to put you south of it. Address is 1333 Prizer. If you make a left off Prizer going northbound on 100, it should be the first residence on the right. Okay.
5-3 King 98, copy.
17 Paul 32. Hills and D25 are at 133. Roger.
Copy, 17 Paul 32. You guys are assigned directly to the call. 17 Paul 32 and 93 King 98. They do still have a heat signature in that wooded section. It'll be north of 1333 going towards 2501.
Yeah, so that all that stuff you just heard, that was from like the first 2 minutes. That was what it sounded like in the first 2 minutes. And they were they said, guys, just to be clear, they said a male, but then they said correction, a heat signature. That's what was said on the scanner. A male, correction, a heat signature. Listen again.
Can you both report to 1333 Prizer, 1333 Prizer? We have a male subject on the north side of that wood line. Correction, a heat signature on the north side of the wood line. Going into the woods. We're going to put you south of it. Address is 1.
Now, it's an interesting thought. I think Rick Hoppy, our viewer, said something like this. If they thought it looked like a male subject, I mean, could they actually see something like on the thermal camera that kind of looked like a male subject walking around? You know, I don't know. Another helicopter's coming?
Mm-hmm.
Where? I don't see another helicopter. Hang on a moment. Let me also just check a DSB exchange.
When he's soaking his house.
Oops. Yeah, there's the helicopter on ADSB. Isn't that the one? Yeah, that's the one on ADSB exchange. Same one. I'm not aware of another one.
He's still circle around right now. Yeah, he's circling around. I believe.
So we're just waiting for an update on the scanner, guys. We're waiting for an update on the scanner. That helicopter's been circling the area. Starting to circle a little more to the south now.
Someone tell me the suspect in this shares maybe in hill.
I missed the scanner. No, I didn't miss anything on the scanner. I'm looking at the scanner. Now, maybe you're listening to a different scanner. No, I didn't miss anything on the scanner. I think you might be listening to a different scanner. I'm listening to this local scanner.
Okay, he's still, Chapo is still around still?
There has not been a post on the local one for 7 minutes.
He might be in the hill. This ever. He might be in the hill. He might be hiding 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 in the hill.
Oh, what I was saying is the website aerospace-technology.com says a Bell 407 helicopter has the endurance of the helicopter is 4 hours and 12 minutes with standard maximum gross weight. Wikipedia says the flight time is... Does it have it there? No. Fairlifts.com says Bell 407 helicopter has an endurance of up to 3.9 hours. Helimax.pl says maximum flight time 4 hours. Oops, what was that about? Sorry about that. Had a little glitch. Had a little bit of a glitch.
He's still shining his helicopter.
Yeah, that thing has not been flying around that long. Man, it's crazy. It's just, there was such urgency. Around 1:30 a.m., it sounded like at 1:30 a.m. they were going to flush him out of the woods. And we were going to find out who it was. Listen to this from 1:30 a.m. Listen to this at 1:30 a.m.
All units on the perimeter, Prizer and Potsdam Plug, are starting to make a push. Be prepared. Starting to make a push.
We need
that was when it sounded like they had eyes on the heat signature and they could see it was going through the woods and they were pushing it to one way, and it just seemed like they were going to force it out of the woods. But that did not happen. That was at 1:30. Catbird says, I was so excited then.
Clint Catalan.
Is there a new update? Hold on.
Hey.
17435, I'm back in my post.
Oh.
Copy.
The person who said she was walking around the house next to Little's just said she's back at her post. That was that one.
We need the sky capsule or
the helicopter took off at 1:46, somebody said. Okay, we can find this here. More? No. Where did you get that flight? Where did you get the takeoff time? Because I don't see it here.
I said
route? No, that's not what I want. Oh, this. No, can't get that. Speed and altitude graph?
Mm-hmm.
It says here it took off at 6:39. It took off at 2:39. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this. The helicopter took off at 2:39, according to this. According to Flight Radar 24.
GPS-based aircraft tracking via terrestrial receivers.
And it's now 3:40.
ADS-B provides the greatest level of flight tracking accuracy, though some older transponders may provide less precise data.
Go to ASP Exchange to click on the K button. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that. That's AD. Thanks to the viewer for the tip. Cylon. See that? It says 2:48 it took off. Looks like. Whatever. It says 2:48. No, we haven't. No, 2:47. That says 2:47. Anyways, you get the rough idea. Man, guys, I didn't know that we wouldn't have a resolution to this for so long. It just sounded like this was going to be a situation that worked itself, that was resolved one way or the other pretty quickly. But now, no, one of the viewers asked about this. He was not reportedly shot by the homeowner who shot at him. He was not hurt in that incident, according to police. Yeah, Soulful Vision. He was reported. It's believed he was not hit by a gunshot by the homeowner where he sold a rifle. Yeah, I mean, at this point we're in. At this point we're waiting to see what happens with this. I'm sorry I don't have more information for you, but at this point we're in. We're waiting to see what happens. It's 3:50 a.m. Guys, it's 3:50 a.m. And look, the helicopter's still out there, and the police are still out there. Corn Lobby says, you'd think with infrared and the temperature out there, you'd be shining like a beacon. He must be crawling through thick brush, not moving. Caffeine Free says, all he has to do is cover himself with wet leaves or mud and the heat signature is useless. And now he knows the cops are close. Brenda Zimmer says, are they sure he's still in the area? I don't know if they have a heat signature detecting drone up there, what it's saying. As I said before, unfortunately, that wooded area is not surrounded by clear ground. Like the wooded area they were looking into is right here. But you can't, it's not like it's all clear all the way around. If you wanted to cut it off, you'd have to have people in the woods here and people in the woods here. So it wasn't the case that they could just surround the whole thing and just wait. But he was reportedly around here by the silos. That's where the last heat signature was. Well, if that was him, we don't know if it was him. Thank you, AB Camping. That's so nice of you. I really appreciate that. AB Camping. Thank you.
Unit 3947, NBC check for an animal complete.
Thanks, by the way, Anak123. I appreciate it for being a member. And Amy Bumblesky, thanks for your support. We're just waiting, guys. We're waiting. Oops, what happened to the helicopter? We are waiting. We don't know what's going on. Debbie James says, I doubt he is still in the area. I mean, at a certain point, the helicopter's going to leave, right? What can I tell you guys? What can I tell you? I thought this was going to be resolved by now. Here's the original call at 1:01 a.m.
Can you both report to 1333 Prizer, 1333 Prizer? We have a male subject on the north side of that wood line. Correction, a heat signature on the north side of the wood line. Going into the woods. We're going to put you south of it. Address is 1333 Prizer. If you make a left off Prizer going northbound on 100, it should be the first residence on the right. Okay.
That was the original call. At 2.5, almost 3 hours ago. Almost 3 hours ago. But they were tracking that heat signature for like a half hour. So it was something. Thanks, Dorothy OO. I appreciate your support, Dorothy OO. Thanks also to King Shrek for your support over there on Twitch. And Balu AU, thanks for your support on Twitch. Thank you, Wooey, for subscribing on Twitch. King Shrek, you should. Agenda Free TV has an email address, agendafreetv@gmail. You might want to ask about that there. It's kind of hard for me to do anything right now about it. But thank you. Dead Zeds, thanks for subscribing on Twitch. Thrilla DX as well. That helicopter has been there for like 45 minutes. Just circling around. Which one did you mention? I don't even see the scanner thing you mentioned. No, somebody said you missed a scanner thing. I don't even see it. Crazy Yoda says they know he can hear them. The point is to flush them out. Obviously, if he is in those trees, I mean, he's going to notice the helicopter above him. Orbis thinks there are more questions than answers after all these days of him on the run. Rick says if he found shelter in a structure, then the helicopter in Fleur is basically useless. Kimifer thinks he covered himself in mud like on Predator. We're almost at 4 a.m. Almost as 4 a.m. This was from 1:59 a.m.
All units on the inner perimeter, they're requesting lights be deactivated.
Oh, we don't care about that one. Let's play a different one. This was from 1:57.
Copy that. Probably about 100 yards out.
Oh, no, that was about a light. The light turned out to be nothing. I don't really care about that. This is from 1:33 a.m.
17, Paul 32, and 93 King 98. Looks like they're pushing from east to west. They just crossed Beaver Creek. So we're going to be pushing towards you to the north.
And this is 1:31 a.m.
93 King 98, copy.
Hold on. 1:31 a.m.
17. All units operating Prizer and Potsdam Pike. The EA had to break off the drone.
Awaking Yap, formerly known as Bear.
Along the Beaver Run
Said,
Creek in your general
my
area.
Lars space blankets can thwart thermal.
Signature within the area Beaver Run Creek in your general area.
That was an hour. That was 2 hours ago. It was like 2.5 hours ago. The last known heat signature was Beaver Run Creek. Oh, I got to turn on the... this here. Thanks again to OpenMHC.com for letting us listen to the scanner. Guys, it is almost 4 a.m. The helicopter is still flying in circles. It's been flying there for an hour. Becky, you can keep writing that scanner time in the chat. You can write it as much as you want. It's not on my list of things. So you can write it 100 times and I can't watch it because it's not on my list of scanner transmissions.
Okay. Yep. Hey, thanks, Noams, for watching from California. Appreciate your support, Noams.
Unfortunately, I would think if they'd have caught him by now, the helicopter wouldn't still be flying around. But obviously, the police have been talking to each other, and stuff has been going on the last couple hours, and we don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of police there searching, but the scanner kind of went quiet after a while. The helicopter's actually searching a little bit toward the south now. Look at that. See? Helicopter going a little bit toward the south.
Clint
I don't know
Catalan
how the helicopter is searching.
said,
Does it have a? Is it
Good
show,
morning,
is it
sun
using
with
its
face.
searchlight? Does it have any kind of heat detection on it? That I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Bill. Hello.
Ian Servin believes the pencil, and I don't know how Ian has this information. Ian believes the helicopter is equipped with a thermal camera. So that's what Ian thinks. I don't know. I don't know this for sure.
Thermal camera on it.
Thanks, Ian, for writing in.
Clean.
Oh, thanks, JJ. JJ says, I've heard military cannot help. Why, though, especially in a situation like this? Well, I believe the military is not allowed to interfere in domestic law enforcement. There is there's certain agencies in the United States who are legally responsible for law enforcement, for crime investigations. The national organization responsible for investigating federal crimes is the FBI. Steve Delarose says the military defends against enemies, not our citizens. But, there's plenty of resources. Oh, look at this, guys. Hey, I have something for you about this. Look at this. Brennan Center for Justice, okay?
Just tell someone.
Under normal circumstances, the Posse
problem is his heat sig would look like a
Act
deer's, and there's tons
forbids
of deer
the U.S.
around there.
military, including
Thanks
federal
for doing
armed
this, by
forces
the
and
way.
National Guard troops who
I'm
have been called
Vivian.
into federal service
Hello.
from taking part in
Vivian.
civilian
My name is
law
Fred.
enforcement.
Yeah,
This
this-
prohibition reflects
this is
an
good.
American tradition that views military interference in civilian government as being inherently dangerous to liberty.
I try my best to, try my best.
So the idea is, in this country, we don't think it's a good idea to have the military get involved in the civilian government. That's a brief summary from Brennan Center for Justice. So a good question. Thanks, by the way, to Polly Lily from Australia. Thanks again, JJ.
Evening, boss.
Wikipedia says the Posse Comitatus Act limits the powers of the federal government in the use of federal military personnel to enforce domestic policies within the U.S. I assume it applies to the states as well.
We need dog. We need dog to.
Anyways, I don't have big background on that. I'm not a legal expert. All right, sorry. Let's go back. There's no updates on the scanner yet, guys. The helicopter is still flying around.
This is so crazy. We're to find this suspect. Yeah, this dude still is hiding.
But, plenty of law enforcement, including FBI, has military-style resources. So I don't know if... I don't know that a lack of... Well, there's this discussion you could have. It came up in one of the press conferences a couple of days ago. And the police... the more resources you put into this search, the more you're going to take away resources from other places. And I don't, the police official who's been speaking at the press conferences said that he didn't think,
about this.
Adding a lot more personnel would help. He said he would, if he added more personnel, then people would want even more personnel. He thought this was the right number.
This is crazy. This is the most active case.
Thanks, Noams. Noam says, "Will you interview the homeowner that shot Danelo?" I don't know the person. If the person called me up and said, "Do you want to do an interview?" I'd say, "Sure." I don't know that person has been publicly identified.
I expect you a mod.
Thanks, Noams. Well, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until we hear something on the scanner or the helicopter stops working. Or whatever. Look, we're covering this. We're all in covering this. So this helicopter is still flying around this area. As far as we know, there's still a bunch of police in this area where this heat signature was detected around 1 a.m. So we're in. We're staying on until we hear something more. Miko Wei thinks the flight of the helicopter shows they have no idea where he is. But it still keeps circling. Again, I'm sure that police are talking to each other. They just, it seems like they went quiet on the scanner. Once this became, for the first half hour or so, there was a lot of scanner traffic, a lot of talk about where the heat signature was, and then everything kind of got quiet. Choosy Heretic says, "I got a few minutes to watch this guy get caught." Look, if it is the guy, I'm assuming if he hears the police outside and hears a helicopter, he's hiding. I don't think he's going to come out. Brucey Boy, our viewer, thinks this guy is either long gone or has met his fate. So I'm waiting just like you to get more information right now. We'll get more. At a certain point, the helicopter will leave. The problem is, it's like there's like no media out there reporting on it. It's like we don't have anybody on the ground to tell us like, oh, I'm seeing the police leave. There's like nobody out there that I'm aware of.
As we get this, hey dog.
Soulful Vision thinks he's probably cold, hungry, and wounded.
If you watch my I've tried any Manhunters, find that suspect.
Where did I hear about a heat signature? On the scanner at 1:01 a.m. It sounded like this.
Can you both report to 1333 Prizer, 1333 Prizer? We have a male subject on the north side of that wood line. Correction, a heat signature on the north side of the wood line. Going into the woods. We're going to put you south of it. Address is 1333 Prizer. If you make a left off Prizer going northbound on 100, it should be the first residence on the right. Okay.
1390.
Can you both report to 1333 Prizer, 1333 Prizer?
What is suspect?
Units on Prizer. Heat signature was about 100 yards south of the silos. Possibly headed directly into 17 Pole 32 and King 98's location.
That's back when we were hearing a lot on the scanner. 3 hours ago.
Oh.
Yeah, 0611, number 25 North 3rd Street, number 25 North 3rd Street on the deck. For a noise complaint, subject's having a party.
Hey, big thanks to our moderators, by the way. By the way, this helicopter got called out around 3 a.m. Showed up about 3 a.m. Thanks to our mods who are up with us very late at night. Danny James is here. Seven is here. Also over there on Twitch, David Green, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Papa Bear, Sarah, and Sully on Facebook. Hey, thanks Lou Green for your support on Facebook. Thanks, Lou. Margaret Riley moderating. Paul Anderson has been there. Jimmy Schrantz says Fox 29 is broadcasting now on the news. Did they just have like 4 a.m. news or something? I don't think they're live streaming from the area. Hold on. I'm not aware of anybody who's been live streaming who like went down to one. I didn't know if they can get there. I don't know if they're allowed. I don't think they're allowed to go down 100.
Just tell someone.
Chopper flying slow.
Do we know for sure the homeowner didn't hit him even once?
It's doing that.
Crazy.
Has the chopper slowed down? I don't know. You tell me. Is it making a smaller circle? Thank you, Eric Schultz. Appreciate it, Eric Schultz. Thank you. Thanks, King Shrek, for giving out the community sub. This was at... Here's scanner traffic from 1:15 a.m.
17 Pole 35, 17 Pole 35, they're pushing your way. Make sure you're in position on the north side of Littles if you can get there.
Okay.
This was 1:13 a.m.
All units on Prizer and Pottstown do not enter the wood line. They're pushing them south towards you. They're pushing the heat signature south towards you. Do not enter the wood line.
I mean, at that point, it sounded like they have this heat signature, they have it on real-time detection, and they're just pushing it through the woods, and in a few minutes, it's going to come out of the woods, whatever it is. That's what it sounded like, but that ended up being 3 hours ago.
Spency Cat.
Sounded like they were
got the uni class watching. Say hey and give us an
force
update.
They were gonna chase it, and it was gonna go away from them, and it was gonna leave the woods. But then at about 1:30, they had to take the drone out of the sky that was tracking the heat signature in real time because of the weather. So they stopped being able to real time track it. And I don't know if they ever put the drone back
Canada
up there.
ONTBTW. Clint Catalan.
This is from
Hi.
1:30. Remember this at 1:30 a.m.
All units on the perimeter, Prizer and Pottstown Plug, are starting to make a push. Be prepared. Starting to make a push.
That was when they thought, like, oh, we're going to force the thing out of the woods and it's going to appear in front of everybody. That you could just hear that. That was 1:30. Well, that was almost 3 hours ago. And the last scanner traffic was a half an hour ago. Gee whiz. Hey, thanks so much to Karen Newton. Appreciate it, Karen Newton. Thank you. And also Ethereal Planet. Thanks for your support for the channel. Thank you.
Whew.
Hold on, our status is fine.
What's going on out there? What is happening? Billy Harris said, did Danelo steal a phone? I'm not aware that he stole a phone. They didn't report that, I don't believe. I haven't heard that. Maybe he has one. I'm not sure. I mean, if he had the problem with, if they had a phone, couldn't they detect the phone signal moving around? Could they I don't know how they do that. Could they figure out who's using phones in this area? Susie May thinks he got away. Whew, the helicopter is still flying around, guys. It's 4:18 a.m. When will we hear something new about this? Mike Williams think he wouldn't carry a phone on him. That would be silly. They could ping him. Hey, thanks so much to Townie Slacks, who says if you see the weather filter on Flight Radar 24, you'll see it's raining. Could make thermal imaging tough, as a wet body would show up a bit cooler. Well, I can pull up the actual weather radar. This is the Radar Omega. And Radar Omega says that it is not, it's not really raining there at this time. It's very light rain. You can, I can actually show you. There is the street right there. Where is it? There's Prizer Road. So, looks like very light rain there at that point. But it did rain earlier. A couple hours ago it was really raining there. But at this point, kind of light rain. Thank you for mentioning that. Townie Slacks. I don't know if the rain that was already there affects the thermal imagery. Thanks also, Bella from New Zealand, for your support. I appreciate that. But we're waiting. The helicopter's still there. Helicopter is still flying in circles. And nothing new on the scanner. Quick thanks to our viewer, MY. MY says, how many dozens of lives do you think were put at risk unnecessarily in this over-the-top pursuit of a single criminal? Is there no risk assessment going on? All the homeowners, the helicopter pilots, the rangers are all in danger for days now. Hey, thanks MY for writing in. I think the thinking is that the problem is this is a convicted murderer who is on the loose. So the worry is he's going to cause harm to people out in society. But it certainly has used a lot of resources, this search. You know, I don't know that they thought the search would take this long when they first started. Thanks again, MY. By the way, I think Kay Lowry Body is moderating too over there on Facebook. Thank you. But we're in. We're covering this. I'll play you a couple of the other past scanner past scanner transmissions while we wait for a new one. Here's one from 1:41 a.m.
It's at Prizer and Pottstown tactical unit just across the creek, still pushing west.
See, at that point, they said tactical unit just crossed the creek, still pushing west. That was at 1:41 a.m. And the creek is right here. So at that point, it still seemed like, oh, they're pursuing this thing. This was 1:43 a.m.
All right, if you want to set up where 117 is, 62 is, and just take a position there and just keep that boundary.
Can you repeat that transmission?
Sorry.
10-4.
This was 1:17 a.m.
Yeah, 117:39. If you want to start heading down, go where your unit is at Littles, and try and go to the west side of it, and position yourself there. We're trying to create a little wall.
Okay.
See, at one point, the original plan was to force the heat signature, which they thought might be a person. The original plan was to have people chasing the heat signature and pushing it out this way. And then they were going to have a wall of officers here. So the idea is it's going to come out of the woods, and you'll have these officers there to capture it. But that didn't happen. Christine C. says thermal usually can detect skin, and if it's an animal versus human, usually not always. Yes, the chopper is still circling. It is still circling, the chopper. There it is on Flight Radar 24. Again, I'm in. We are in. We're gonna see this through. We're either gonna get an update on the scanner or wait till the chopper leaves. There's got to be an update on the scanner at some point. The last scanner transmission was about 40 minutes ago.
Apartments, 1100 Westchester Pike, apartment K as in kilo, number 4, for disturbance. Third-party caller. Our caller is currently at work. Received word that her son is intoxicated and is outside.
Garbanzo says sounds like they're using a secure channel. In the slight case, he may be listening or someone listening for him.
Caller just wants to make sure that he gets back inside.
65, Jeff.
Who knows? Maybe the tactical team that was in the tactical officers that were in the woods encountered him. We don't know that they didn't. Kelly says, come on, law enforcement. Maybe some big news happened in that woods, and we just haven't heard it yet. I assume we'll find out soon, though. Antec PC thinks if they gave up... Oh, no. Antec PC says the chopper wouldn't still be circling. I don't know. If there was some kind of law enforcement activity going on, the chopper might still be up there. Reese Hemmings says definitely feels like they're radio silent on purpose.
21-year-old black male, about 5'9", 130 pounds, should be wearing all black clothing.
Kurt thinks he is in a house is the only way. No way he is doing this in the
out of the
forest.
house. Use caution. 5241.
Gigantor, our viewer, points out that the helicopter keeps gaining altitude. It was originally at 1,000. Now it's at 1,400.
Copy.
Still nothing new on the scanner. Los Santos says thermal
there is
blanket.
someone in the apartment. It's going to be our caller's fiance, Greg Schuler. And apparently they had a domestic between himself and her son, Jeremiah Perry, and that's why he's outside.
Wow, it's 4:26 a.m.
465, okay. Does she know what you might be intoxicated?
We're seeing this through. We're seeing this through. I mean, this helicopter's been there for like 90 minutes. Officers have been there for like 3.5 hours. And remember, they did call the helicopter to come out there.
Five G units. Son's going to be intoxicated on alcohol.
I mean, if they really gave up, the chopper could just go home right now. The chopper's not going home. Noam says we're seeing this through. Right? The chopper's still there. Still flying around. Play some more of the old transmissions. Here's another old 1:16 a.m.
We're going to move you back a little and project towards Pottstown Pike. If you can position yourself along that pond between 1333 and Pottstown Pike. Copy.
That was 1:16 a.m. This is 1:18 a.m.
You know, 11739. Like I said, try to go to the south side a little, but be flexible if we need to move you a little farther south.
This is 1:31 a.m.
All units operating Prizer and Pottstown Pike, the EA had to break off the drone. Last known heat signature was along the Beaver Run Creek in your general area.
That's when they had to take down the drone because of the weather. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Leo says this is going to mess up your day tomorrow. Yeah, it will, but what can you do? I mean, like, look. This was a, I heard on the scanner, there was a big response to this. They said they had a heat signature. Look, they've called out a helicopter. I mean, this is a big deal in terms of the response. So you got to cover it, Got to cover it. This was the original transmission.
Can you both report to 1333 Prizer, 1333 Prizer? So we have a subject on the north side of that wood line. Correction, a heat signature on the north side of the wood line. Going into the woods, we're going to put you south of it. Address is 1333 Prizer. If you make a left off Prizer going northbound on 100, it should be the first residence on the right.
That was the initial call. That was 3.5 hours ago. Oh my gosh. The helicopter keeps climbing. Why, says Richie MC. Yes, the helicopter's increasing altitude. It is now at 1,700 feet while circling. Why is it climbing higher while circling? I do not know. You tell me. Why would it be climbing higher while circling? Hmm. Oh, now it's back down at 1,600 feet. It's getting lower now. 1575. There has not been anything on the scanner for like 45 minutes. Unreal. There was so much on the scanner. When this first started, there was tons of scanner traffic. Andy says maybe drones coming back out. At one point, we heard a false report on the scanner. They had reported that some police had heard a gunshot, but it turns out it was, they said, a walnut falling off a tree and hitting a car.
5 units, your status.
Jason Clemens says it is already afternoon tomorrow here in Australia. Lisa Holmes says, pray this is good news.
Unit 2, call 56, okay?
A. Rollins is optimistic. Our viewer A. Rollins says, bet they just got him.
Unit 3, call 7, when you're available, I'm moving us to condition.
Justin Snyder says climbing higher while circling could be a number of things, weather or trying to get higher due to trees. But originally, I think it was low altitude for a while. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck here, guys. We can't go anywhere. We got the helicopters circling. There's police out there. We're waiting to hear more on the scanner. We can't do anything. We're stuck here. One case, Sweaty Riker says, well, every time it seems like they're about to get him, he escapes. There have been several times when I was like, oh, now they've got him.
Unit 3, call 7 is going to be in the area of Wagontown Road and North First Avenue. Subject saw a male who could be escaping on a red BMX bike.
Our Laura Moore says, where is he getting food and water?
30s, tan hoodie, black pants, black
Kerry
backpack.
Pitstop Spencer says, hound of helicopter will keep him awake, exhausting him. It's probably pretty loud to the people who live in that area. A Facebook stream of that area shows people on the mountain. Is somebody on Facebook streaming from the area? I'll look it up and see if I can find anything. Even know what it's called. Who is the person on, what is the Facebook stream called where somebody's in the area? I'd be interested in seeing if somebody is showing, I mean, but nobody, hold on. If somebody's streaming from that area, they would have to be living in that area. You can't get in that area. That area is in the search perimeter. So somebody would have to live there and be out there streaming it. There's no random person who went in there. They're streaming in TikTok in the area. They can hear it. Oh, maybe somebody lives out, nearby and can hear it. But I'm sure people living around there can obviously hear it. Oh, was Nick saying he heard it? Was Nick on his stream saying he heard it? Nick is still live. Yeah, Nick the Hat, right? He streams on YouTube. Nick is driving around on his stream right now. Lou Green says Nick is heading off. He is driving around. That JRL guy has a repeat on. Nate G thinks the helicopter is going to keep circling until daybreak. Come on, there's got to be an update on this. There has to be. Guys, it's 50 minutes since the last scanner traffic. How have we gotten no update on this? I'm so tired I can't even say anything anymore. I'm exhausted. No, guys, I think you're listening to different scanners. My scanner has nothing from 431. I think you're listening to a different scanner. I'm giving you everything from this local scanner. There's nothing at 431. You might be listening to a different one. Here's the one. Yeah, you were listening to a different scanner. This is from West Police Dispatch.
Unit 347 is going to be in the area of Wagnertown Road and North First Avenue.
Yeah.
Subject saw a male who would be escapee on a red BMX bike.
Yeah.
White or Hispanic male, 20 to 30,
Right.
tan hoodie, black pants, black backpack.
So that was not from this area. Once in a while, we've been hearing those where somebody calls in and says, I think I saw somebody who looked like the person. That's not this area. So who knows? I can't say that wasn't him. But if that's true, I haven't looked up the address, but that police area that scanner was on is a different police area. It's not this area. What was the address? I bet if we looked it up, it's like miles away.
Unit 347, we're available. Unit 347 is going to be in the area of Wagnertown Road and North First Avenue.
Wagnertown Road and North First Avenue? Again, my guess is that it's miles away.
170.
Because once in a while, you just hear those on the scanner. I'm not going to look up that up now. I don't even know what street it was. I couldn't really hear it very clearly. Anyways. Still nothing. Still no updates. Still helicopter flying around. I don't even have the energy to talk about it anymore. Is Fox 29 live at the moment? Are they live right now? I don't see them live. I'm on their YouTube, unless they're their regular broadcast. I went to their YouTube page and they don't have a live stream up. Sandy Lee says, "I believe the silence is telling." Nothing on the scanner now for about an hour. For about an hour after the scanner was really active. I believe the helicopter can fly for about 4 hours, and it's been flying for about 2 hours. But again, we came on to cover this thing, so I'm seeing it through. I'm seeing it through. We're going to get an update one way or the other. I'm not going to get off until we have some more information. Thanks to Amy Bumblesky. Hang on a second here. Thank you, Amy. Amy Bumblesky. I appreciate that. Thanks to our mods. Margaret Riley, Kay Lowry, Body, Paul Anderson. Appreciate you. David Green, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Papa Bear, Sarah and Sully, and Danny James over there on YouTube. Thank you. All of our other YouTube mods. I mean, this is what happens, you know. You got to just kind of go. Oh, the helicopter is it? What's going on with the helicopter? News update. Helicopter, radically new circle. Guys, look at the helicopter. It's doing a new circle. What's going on? Hey, thanks Max Nothing for the bits on Twitch. Thank you, Max Nothing. New circle, guys. What happened? Why all of a sudden that new circle by the helicopter? Milky Hoot says, wow. Rio Bernays Sauce says, new box. Is there new information? Did the information change? Because that's a big change after flying in circles for an hour and a half. It all of a sudden did something new. That was after an hour and a half, guys. I'll have you know. So what's happening with that? Maybe it was just temporary. Now they're going to do the same thing as before.
Yeah, 610, call at 81. Unit 29, call 5.
New circle.
Unit 29, call 5, number 23, Cherokee Lane, number 3, Cherokee Lane. EMS call for lady.
Clint Catalan said, hi.
Well, it seems like it's back doing the old circle now.
Unit 6, call 81, if responding, alarm company.
There's nothing on the scanner. It's the scanner just stopped for like an hour now. There's just been nothing. Over an hour now. No, just about an hour on the scanner, nothing. What can I tell you?